What's going on YouTube? Nick Novak back for another video here on the HSR today. It's a nice gloomy, misty, rainy day. It's been kind of sprinkling on and off all day. Yesterday we got 60 hundredths and today it's about last night about 10 hundredths. So, but it's just gonna keep on misting. So good for the Milo over there especially. It was needing a little bit of a rain to keep on growing and get those Milo heads to pop up. But anyways, today what my plan is this gate's been giving me problems. I have had my horses out a couple times, so today we're gonna get this rehung. We're gonna reset a post here, and then if we get to it, there's a gate and where the bottle calves are at by the road that I want to take out, build a wire gate and put that gate up here and hang it there to kind of have a nice little entrance to both pastures here. This will be my little bit of a winter pasture here, and then this is the horse pasture. So that's the plan. Let's get on right onto it. And first things first, we got to get these bales moved out of the way. We'll get these bales moved back to the hay yard. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is this broken bale, I'm gonna actually put it in the feeder. I don't think these horses are actually gonna eat it, but I don't really know what else to do with it, so I'm just gonna put it in there. Some of these bales are still good, like these two, the one underneath here, I'll move back to the hay yard. But these two right here, I'm gonna leave them because kind of my plan is to come in here with my Bobcat bucket, clear out a spot, and we'll still stack maybe 2 or 3 rows right there behind this trash pile, so I can still have a little bit of a windbreak for my horses. Okay, so like I said, we're gonna move these bales because it'll be a better entrance going in there. So we got them all moved. There was 4 good bales left. There's all this extra on the ground. What I'm gonna do is put it in my bucket here and then just go try to dump it over the fence where my bottle calves are at and see if they might eat a little bit of it instead of just giving it to the horses and letting them waste it. I would have taken that big bale out there, but I had a feeling it was just gonna explode in my driveway and then it would have been more of a pain in the butt. So that's fine there. Let's try to get some of this feed picked up to the bottle calves. Okay, so we got a little bit out there. There's probably not much nutritional value in that at all, but if they pick through it, maybe they'll get a little bit of something. So anyways, let's run back and get that spot cleaned up where I want to get those bales put those bales there since we're already in the Bobcat. Get those bales put up, then we'll start on that fence. Okay, so here's the plan. I got it moved over a little bit. There's just a lot of, where all my junk was at, there was a bunch of metal and random crap everywhere. And I was digging it up, and I just put it right here because I need to find a place to put it. And one of these days, what my plan is to rent or eventually buy a dump trailer, get all this stuff picked up and dump it in that big hole in my pasture. And then eventually just burn it, everything that can't burn, and then we'll just fill dirt on top of it because there's really not much else you can do. So anyways, I think what I'm gonna do is, I see it's a little bit lopsided. I'm gonna try to dig it to be completely flat. These bales that I'm using as a windbreak, I kind of know they're gonna take a beating, and I'm kind of taking a hit on them, but it'll be good for the horses to have a north windbreak. And also kind of right in here, if they stand in here, I might chop a few of those branches, and they have a little bit of blockage from that south wind also. So let's get that dirt picked a little bit more smooth, and then we'll start putting some bales in. Okay, we got the first bale set. I think we're only gonna do 3. If we need to do more this winter, we will, but then we can leave this open for when, if we need a semi through here or whatever to catch cows. All right, y'all, so I changed my mind. I'm gonna grab 2 more bales. Might as well just do 4 like I did last winter. It'll be 1 less job to do in a couple months when it's cold outside. This door rattles so much if it's not completely shut. But anyways, I'm gonna grab 2 more bales. Let's just do it the right way at the beginning, so we don't have to do it again. Okay, so I got that post pushed over. We'll get that pulled out. First things first though, whew, I'm out of breath. I just dragged that from over there by the barn. So I'm a little tired, but when you grab the drill bit and whatnot, we'll get this gate hung real fast so we know where to put this in the ground at to make it where we can get that latch on there. So I got my hinges, and these are too small for this post. You can see it doesn't go all the way through. So that's not good. What I might have to do is run to town real quick, and they make ones that go all the way through, and they make some that you just screw in to the post. They don't go all, they go about halfway in. I think I'm just gonna need to get those, and then I can get this up. What I ended up doing, since I pushed this over already, I just use this wood post to brace it. I'll just chain around it real quick so those horses don't get out while I'm gone. So I'm gonna run to the store. I'll be back in about an hour and a half because I need to grab a few other things in town. I need to go anyway, so they'll just make me go right now. But I guess you guys will see me in about a second. Okay, back from town. I got a new driller. We got some new holders for my gate. So we'll drill the bottom hole, get that in there, get it tight so we can see where we need to put the top one. Okay, so we got this bottom end here. I'm gonna try to leave it out a little ways, just to kind of push the gate farther out to where we have more room. And also I don't want this sticking out this far where them horses are gonna come by, potentially scratch up their legs or something. So we'll try to keep it as close to the wood post as possible. So now we're gonna tighten it. Okay, so I've kind of decided if I want to make it completely straight here, my post is going to need to be kind of out here. And as that does line up the fence line a little bit better, I should say, a little bit better, I kind of like the idea of it being angled. And I say that because as I enter to it, this is a little bit of a better shot and easier to kind of get to, is kind of what I'm getting at, if that makes sense. To get in, it's not have to come along the fence line and go over. It's more of a straight shot. But if that fence is pulled out more, I mean that gate, I'm gonna take a better angle every time. And as the kids get older, as my wife drives through, they don't pay attention as much as, you know, if I do it, I'm gonna know, okay, I need to get along the fence line. If they're doing it, they're gonna be like, oh, I can just drive straight through and potentially hit the fence or the post or something. And gosh, I just don't know if I like that idea. So I think what I might do is angle it, because then at the same time, this one will be angled the other way to where I think that's gonna work better. That's what I'm gonna do, I think, is we're gonna do that. So now I just need to kind of figure out what kind of angle I want it to be at. I got it the way I want it. Now I'll come over here with my drill a hole right here. I'll have to move this up to the next slot, which is fine. I'm not worried about that. They're easy to move. So we'll drill a hole, get it preset so we can get it hung. I don't know if you could tell, but when I was drilling, it was kind of having some problems. And that's just because my battery's almost dead. And right when it gets to the end of that post, it always wanting to kick back at me. And I mean, it's whatever. You gotta do what you gotta do, but can't forget the washer. Okay, so what we're doing is getting that on the bottom there. And just doing a little adjusting here. To get the gates to line up perfect here. Okay, so what I'm looking for is this gate to be level, which it's pretty dang close, but that just means I need to lift, tighten this top side a little bit. The bottom's sitting still, and as I tighten it, it kind of lifts this gate up this way. So that's what I'm doing. It just needs a few more cranks, and then it should be completely level. And what we can even do is bring it a little closer over here to see it. So I'm gonna loosen this front side up, so that way when I'm tightening this back side, it pulls it forward. And what I'm looking at is the level. I just tightened it all the way. It needs to go a little bit more, so I'll loosen it up about a 1/4 inch and tighten this backside a little bit more. The best way to tighten these like this, where you can get it dang near perfect. And just like that, we're completely perfect. We're tight. They're sticking out a little bit, but I don't think enough to make it matter. So what we're gonna do now is find the perfect angle for this fence where I want this post. The way I'm gonna do that is stand back here. I'm gonna eventually get all that dirt and stuff out of the way. So my entrance is gonna be just like this. Kind of looking straight at the Jeep. I kind of like it how it is at that angle. I marked a little spot with my foot. This post is a little bit bigger, so I think if I set it there, right here on this side, I'll have a little bit of wiggle room with this gate. It doesn't have to be exactly perfect the way the angle. I might be within a 6 or 8 inches, as you know, with the post being there. So I'm not too worried about it, because I still want to use these on this post to hold the gate. Because at the end of the day, I open this gate, I'm trying to think, maybe 10 times a year. And so I think that's gonna hold a lot better. It's gonna look a lot nicer, gonna be easier to use. And so I think that's just gonna work best for us. Here is I want to get my post completely level, but also close enough to where that latch should hit. Like I said before, the angle at this point doesn't really matter to me. More so now trying to get this post completely level. Now we know where we want it. We'll tamp the bottom, get it tight, and then we can still adjust a little bit. Okay, y'all, just like that, we got a solid post. Next thing we're gonna do is mounded up a little bit. So I used to build pasture fences for a living before I started YouTube, before we moved out on the ranch. It was actually the reason why we got to move out here, is because that was considered farm work, and I needed 3 years of farm experience, which I only had 2 technically that I had ownership in with me and my dad's yearlings. And then that fencing helped me out because I managed people and managed an agriculture business, so it worked out good. So fencing isn't new to me. I'm used to doing it. I'm used to tamping posts, so it's just one of those things where you gotta do it, you gotta do it. So let's go ahead and take a look, see where we're at on this gate. I know it's not gonna be latchable. So you see there is a bit of a gap. I dug my hole too far over, which one of those things you can't really control. I could have redug it, but I didn't want to. And so I'm thinking, I don't know if this will work or not, or if it'll be too big, but there's this piece of wood right here. It might fit between the post, and I might be able to just screw it in with some lag bolts or something, and potentially just use this. So I'll set you guys up and let's take a look. Well, before any of that happens, I need to take this off because I need to see exactly where it needs to go in case I need to put some washers on here or whatever to make it work right. So what I'm gonna do is I have the gate level, how we are right now. I've got the gate level how we want it. What I'm gonna do now is set this up to the way it needs to go. Okay, y'all, so I've been messing around. I put this on the wood post. It wasn't working. Let's just say I dug the hole too far away and I tamped it too far away, and it just wasn't gonna work to get that hinge on there, and this is the hinge I really want. So I decided to pull it and I'm gonna retamp it, but my GoPro's at 8% and I want to finish this today. It is, let's see what time it is, 4:18. So by the time I get it charged, it'll be about 6 o'clock, and I'd like to be done by then. So you guys are gonna see the finished product tomorrow's Sunday. I'll probably do a video tomorrow also. Be able to see the finished product tonight. I'll put it on this video. I'll video off my phone so you can see the finished product. But anyways, I'll catch you guys on my phone. Thanks for watching. Get the level on here. That is perfectly level. Move the gate where it needs to be at. Once I know where it needs to be, we'll let her go, drill a few holes. So now I know with these bolts right here, when I set my deal on there, that should line up. Okay guys, the fence is done. I got the post the right way. I didn't have to make any attachments going out or anything. I got this fence stretched up. I'll put this up just now, and then we'll be done. So, good day fixing the fence. Got some stuff pushed out of the way. Got a brand new windbreak. I think I'm gonna put one more bale right there, so there'll be 5 total. Other than that, we're looking good. Catch you in the next one. Peace.